Ladies and gentlemen, my dear brothers and sisters, today we are here with another podcast, and not just any kind of podcast. Today we have a big player and a huge inspiration in front of us. It's Abdul Rafa, the CEO of Zignaly, or I'm sorry, not the CEO,
The founder and CFO.
the founder and CFO. So why is that a thing in the crypto space? Like, why can't I just say CEO? He's correcting me the whole time.
Yeah, I'll tell you. So there are two reasons behind it. Obviously, that actually the CEO is Bart, who is my founder from Spain, and so in crypto, I've seen this. The decision making is not a very single person focus. So it's like generally a founding team that does a lot of decision making, but you eventually have to have one guy who makes decisions on the product level. Okay, and in crypto, like the technology is moving so fast that you actually need your tech guys to be the one making those critical decisions from a user standpoint perspective. And that's why you will see that in most of the crypto projects, the CEOs are the CTOs as well, and they are the tech guys. But so that like if you look at Vitalik, for example, for Ethereum Foundation, he was the guy, and even CZ himself was a coder, and similarly for many other projects. So that's very natural. And people like me with the finance and sales kind of a background, we stay more on the public side of the things, and business development and everything. So it's just that for the culture.
Okay. So the crypto culture is like, if you're like more of the technical guy, you're the CEO.
Yeah.
And the founder, CFO is more like the business owner, the visionary.
Absolutely. So between the founders, the tech guy gets to be the CEO.
Okay, amazing. Yeah, so guys, I don't know if you know, but in this cycle, Zignaly was one of my first investments, was one of my bigger investments. And the last period, I saw some great updates. Some things that really stick to me were like, we see a lot of projects. I've invested in a lot of projects, but what you see when it comes to Zignaly is the marketing is good. They have a lot of communication towards the investors. They have a really active channel on Telegram where the whole community is engaging with each other. The team is really like, they take initiative. They don't ask us for advice, or they are not like thinking too much about the strategical implementation of new directions. They know what to do. Like, it feels really comfortable for me to sit in Zignaly and to just ride this wave. It's like I'm in the passenger seat, I got my seatbelt on, and I'm just sitting, and everything is great. So what I like the most is the fact that there are constantly new announcements being done, new narratives being created. Like, you think like, oh, okay, this is it. It's like a platform where AI is combined to investing, and you can make a passive income. You think that's it. And then there comes a new announcement. Poof, launching NFTs on Injective. You see that Injective is one of the hotter layer ones of this cycle. You're on it. Then you think, okay, this is it. So now they're going to upgrade the platform to generate more revenue. No. New layer one. Zig is launching their own layer one. Amazing. And this is what really like gives me a great feeling as an investor, to see that there's being built, to see that shit is being incentivized, and that we don't have to worry. So first of all, like, before we get into the project, Abdul, you as a CFO, you as a founder, you're the visionary behind all of this. You're the guy who's like making sure everything comes into play. Can you tell us a little bit more about your background first,
Sure,
before we go into the product itself?
Absolutely. So yeah, I mean, like, so I'm originally from Pakistan, born and brought up there, educated in Pakistan as well. And I was a banker to start with. I used to work at Standard Chartered Bank, first in Pakistan and then in Dubai. I was doing a pretty good job in my banking as well. I was fast growing. I was young, making a lot of money, to be honest. But then, I stumbled upon Bitcoin, and early 2011-12 kind of a thing. After studying it for a couple of years, I left banking because of cryptos. For the first few years, I was more on the sidelines looking at things, also investing. And to be very honest, I made good money on that, buying Bitcoin at like under $300 and getting a chance to be, buying Ethereum under $10. They were obviously generational opportunities. Crazy. And alhamdulillah, I captured that. But that, on top of this, I also belong to a very strong tech business background. So, I'm also the founder of Disrupt.com, which is the largest tech group out of Pakistan. There's a very rich history behind it as well. So this gave me a lot of you can say leverage. Interestingly, I used to run my own hedge fund, basically a crypto investment fund in 2016 when people didn't even know crypto exists.
Me neither.
Okay, exactly. So I used to run a crypto fund 2016, 17. And at that time, I was looking for a particular solution to manage multiple clients through APIs. These concepts like you guys see today, these were not common. Binance was not even there at that time. That old I'm talking about. Binance was new, very, very new. And I was looking for a solution where we can plug in the multiple, like 50s of account that I was monitoring, and we can plug in. And I stumbled upon something called Zignaly. I was not the one who started Zignaly. It was my partner in Spain.
Really?
Yes, he started Zignaly. And Zignaly was only 15 days old when I saw it. And I loved it as a product. It was a simple copy trading product. I asked one of my guys, I think the whole community knows him, Ehsan Sheikh.
Ehsan, yeah.
He was working with me as a trader at that time. I asked him, can you connect me with the founder? Within 15 minutes, Bart, who is the founder and the CEO of Zignaly, was on call with me, and we were talking about how to use the product. And I asked him 2-3 things, and I immediately realized that our visions are absolutely aligned. That I'm talking about 2017. Zignaly was like 15 or 20 days old. Okay, nothing, like literally zero almost. Exactly at that point in time, I said, listen, I'm going to invest in Zignaly right away, right now. Okay, and I did that, and immediately I became their founder as well. So then we went on to the journey of starting it from zero. We took it up. We took it where it is right now. There's a whole journey we can talk about later. But yeah, like on side to side, I also ran some investments into crypto. But luckily, like in the last couple of cycles, I managed to get into some early stage investments. Like I was one of the first investors of Binance as well. So I got BNB at like 15 cents. I still have those BNB. So this motivation of this thing of making money in crypto, that being done, alhamdulillah, I'm done with that. So now I work for motivation and, to create a legacy. My thought process has always been to, have financial freedom for masses. And that is something that I really saw in the other partners of Zignaly. And that is what drives me. Okay. It's not something that I'm saying it because I want to look cool and it's a good PR and no. You go back and you check my LinkedIn back in 2012 or even before that. This is one line that I've always mentioned. This has been the line that I've always mentioned on my Twitter since forever. Financial freedom for everyone. And this made us to take some decisions in Zignaly, which were hard decisions. But, when we talk about the product, I think shortly, then we will dig into it, that how some decisions back then and even now actually, solidify our vision and how we are on track to make sure that, that what we do what we are saying. So that's a history about my, background overall and how did I come into cryptos.
Beautiful, beautiful. So what is your age right now?
I am about to turn 37.
37 almost.
Yeah.
That's considerably young. If you look at the things you already achieved, like most people achieve this in their 50s or 60s. So amazing that you got to buy these cryptos at such a early stage.
Yeah.
Because compared to you, I was really late, but I started in 2017. And I bought BNB at $8, $6, $12. It's still early, but
early.
Compared to your 15 cents. So it's amazing to hear that. And
I remember, there used to be an interesting, back in Pakistan, I think myself and a couple of us, we were like one of the first people who got into crypto. And it was an alien concept, and people used to like fight with us that why are you in crypto? Back then, we were also early and, there was an urge to fight with people. No, crypto is good. Now I don't fight with anyone. I said, it's your loss if you don't understand crypto. Sorry.
Yeah.
Honestly,
True.
Even if now after everything, if you are coming in and saying, oh, crypto this and crypto that, it's your loss.
True.
But back in the day, I used to push it a lot. Like I have 17,000 referrals on my Binance referral code.
17,000
on my personal Binance referral code. That is a kind of adoption I think I have done for Binance, and that's why I love CC. I think he has played an important role in the adoption of cryptocurrencies overall. But the point is that, at that point in time, since I come from an investment background, right, from a banking and investment background, I had this habit of understanding things in the detail. I remember BNB was trading under $1. Okay. And I used to tell people, listen, forget everything else, just buy this coin and you'll be done. It's okay. You don't have to do anything else. And people used to fight with me, oh, why would we buy BNB at $1 and why don't we buy Ripple at $1.50? And I was like, listen, Ripple has no future. That's why. BNB has future for XYZ reasons. Burn program and the way, sometimes you can pick from the product day one what they are building, how they are going for the supply shock. And honestly, we have learned so much from Binance and BNB that it's a dream. It should be a dream of every crypto founder to create a business and a token like Binance. And this is what we want to do as well. We want to become another Binance. Not because BNB token has a 60 billion market cap or whatever. Yeah, that would be very cool. But as a business, fundamentally solid business, making billions of dollars in revenue, making billions for the people on ground, changing lives, 180 million KYC accounts. I come from a country where, investing globally is not an easy thing. But because of Binance, I see how easily people are getting into cryptos, how easily they are investing. So that's really an inspiration, Binance itself. I didn't want to go too much into, other than Zignaly, but really want to emphasize that a lot of our inspiration comes from the success of Binance. And this is why we work very closely with Binance as well.
That's crazy. That's beautiful to hear. Like, the thing which really stands out for me is the fact that you're saying, like, I already surpassed the level of money. Like, you can already see it when looking to you. Like, the real big guys, they don't really care about money anymore. They don't care about fancy cars. They don't care about fancy clothes. Like, people like me who are just coming up, we still care. Oh, we want this watch. Oh, we want the euros. We want the Rolls Royce. Like, I was with the CEO of Bybit, and he looked at my euros and he was like, oh, nice car. And he stepped into his Tiguan, his Volkswagen, and he drove away. These guys don't care. So one thing which really stands out when speaking to you is that you don't care about the money anymore. You already created stability for yourself. And then you come at a point where it's like, okay, what is life about? About making more money? There's just this amount that I can spend. I can already buy the biggest car. So what comes next? And this is where I really identify myself with. And this is why the reason why I'm Stasher and why I try to inspire people, the purpose. Like, what can you leave behind? How many people's lives can you affect? And I really hear that that's a really big thing for you. You also never talk about price. I said, Abdul, what do you think that Zig is going to do?
I told you,
I don't care.
Not even in a private gathering, we were, whenever we have met, like, and even other people, like, this is one thing that it's a lesson that I've learned from the others and myself as well. We're in the industry for 6 years now. Zigcoin has been more than 3 years, and we have learned this. You don't talk about price because, today you are doing well, but tomorrow, this is how the market is.
True.
Anything can happen. And actually, you cannot do anything about the price. Anyone who thinks that the founders can do X or Y or Z, there are short-term measures you take. But fundamentally, the role of the founder in terms of the token, you need to understand the token. Okay, let's dig in a little bit on the token for general understanding perspective. What is a utility token? Utility token is supposed to give a utility of the token in the platform. This is exactly like that. So if someone is buying this token, he's buying from this perspective that this token will have such a utility that someone else will buy this token from me to avail that utility. Correct. That's super clear. And this is what it should be. Now, how are projects using utility tokens? In a legitimate way. They should be selling this token as a promise of future utility. Focus on building an amazing product that has amazing token velocity, amazing supply shocks, and basically demand generation. They do that, and they are basically benefiting the ones who trusted them early in the day by buying their tokens through ICO, IEO, market, or whatever, because this is how the project generated liquidity. And that's it. And obviously, the last thing which founders need to make sure is that they have sufficient liquidity in the market, both for the buy and sell, to ensure that someone want to buy, they can buy without too much slippage. They want to sell, they can sell without too much slippage. That is it. That's the fundamental role of the fund.
So you need good token utility. The token has to have a purpose, and you need good liquidity, good volume.
Yes.
To back your investors up and to
This is, and like there are so many misconceptions about market maker. Yeah, there are some weird market makers out there, but mostly speaking, market making is nothing. It's just maintaining bid and offer. Yeah, I mean, like whatever you tell the market maker to, they do. And these are the things I've been talking about with our community for last 3 years, trying to tell them that, listen, as a founder, as a long-term founder, someone who has never sold a single token of Zig, and I don't even plan to sell a single token of Zig, I don't know, for maybe even, I don't know, maybe years and years. We keep locking our own tokens every single year.
Crazy.
Right? And even if I get my tokens back, I'm going to put in the validation of my blockchain that's going to come in. Why would I sell the tokens? Am I stupid? I'm not. Right? So I don't need money. And it's same for my founders. Even before starting Zignaly, we were done with that. And this helped us taking some very interesting decisions. So I'll go into that. When we say that financial freedom for everyone, what does it mean? How does it start? Don't think about an investor sitting in Canada or US or a rich European market. Think about someone sitting in Pakistan. Think about someone sitting in India. Think about someone sitting in Nigeria. This belt starting from North Africa, Middle East, and South Asia. This belt has half of the world's population, and the most poverty is in this area. And you know the problem? Most people don't even know the problem. Problem is, even if you have money, you do not have ways to invest.
True.
And this is what we are here to disrupt. This is what we are disrupting already. Majority of our users are from emerging countries. Our users are not from the US. Our users are not from the Canada. Our users are not from the rich countries. Our users are from Turkey, from Pakistan, South Africa, Nigeria, India,
that's amazing.
China, Vietnam, Philippines, Indonesia. This is where our users are. And you know why? I'll tell you why. What we have done is that we made this clear. To think of a person sitting in Indonesia. Okay. In a country like Indonesia, $1,000 is a fucking huge amount. Okay. Even 500 is a big amount. The fundamental problem with the copy trading platform was that they didn't own the technology. What they were doing, they were just the middleman. They were allowing the APIs to connect with the exchanges and trades happening. How do they make money? They make money through subscription. That was the only way. What does it mean? Let's say you're sitting in Indonesia, you have $500. You come to a platform and the platform says you need to pay $30 a month. What does it mean? Every month you are starting at minus 6%. That's the platform fee, number one. Number two, then the expert trader that you are following, he again charges you $25 on top of it. You are starting your month at negative 10%. And if a trader doesn't make you money, there's no guarantee. And the next month, again, you do 10% negative because that's the fixed cost. First thing, back in 2018, we took a very tough decision. And we said, listen, our platform will be free. Our platform will be free. We'll never charge the user a subscription fee. Next step we took, we said, traders not going to charge either. But then how would traders make money? We changed our technology. From signal automation, we moved towards copy trading, where we were allowing in a certain way the profit sharing to be done, where the fund managers were able to get a percentage of the income. And then the next step, which was the revolutionary product, I would say, which is right now that people see it's a profit sharing module, it's a fund management module where people can invest with as low as $1. They don't pay any subscription fee. They don't pay any fee to the trader. They pay only when they make money.
Okay, let's keep it I really want people to understand this part really well because I want people to understand their investments. So if you look at Zignaly, it's like a copy trading platform, right? Yeah. Where people can invest. Okay, so let's take it from here. And the thing I want, Abdul, I know it's difficult because you're really in this space, you guys are really technical. We want the baby language.
I'll tell you
this is for all the retail people, the normal investors. I want them to understand. So you have a platform. Let's go on.
I will tell you in the simplest, easy way from both sides. How we onboard the traders, how people invest, how we make money, how people make money. Very simple. So first thing is very important. You can onboard as many customers as you want. But the traders who are trading, if they are shit, game over. You will never be able to retain users, right? Number one. So what do you need to do? We have killed our ass for 5 years to onboard the best traders in the world. Okay, and people can see. And then we have the tooling on top of it, like Z-score and all the algorithms that we run to make sure that the best ones are out there and they perform best. They're long-term, they're extremely high level of requirements to get into the Zignaly's marketplace. It's not easy. But let's not go deeper into that because as a trader side. Now let's for the investors. When an investor come to our platform, they can open an account. It's a KYC account now. They do the KYC. They can deposit as much money as they want, starting from $1. They can even deposit $1 and as high as they want. They will go to the marketplace. They will see a lot of traders which are sorted by the Z-score. Z-score is an algorithmic score which tells you based on 30 different factors that who's the best. Basically, in simplest word, who's the best. They pick the trader that they like, okay. They put in the money. When they are putting in the money, they can pick that what do they want to do with the profit. Reinvest it, take it out, half here, half there. It's very simple, easy, sexy UI. It's amazing UI. Not because my product, but anyone can go and see. It's a very good UI UX. Now, what happens is that this money is now gone to the trader. One thing that we have changed is that these trades are not happening one by one in every account. They go into something called pooled account. And that's why we don't call ourselves copy trading. We call ourselves profit sharing because it's going into one account, traded as one trade.
Oh, crazy.
Traded as one trade. So everyone gets the same result. If you put in $1 or $1 million, your result would be the same as the other guy. Everyone gets the same result. And that's a crazy USP. It's not easy to execute. Technologically, it's a challenge. It took us time, but now it's happening perfectly fine. For users, it becomes supremely easy. They don't have to look at anything at all. It's complete passive income. Okay. Traders are trading on Binance. Funds are secured by Binance Safu. And obviously, we do not give funds custody to the traders. They can only trade. Okay. And since it's Binance only, so there is no stupidity that they can do with like a random shit coin out there, right? So this is how we have structured it in terms of pricing. Making an account is free. Depositing money, free. Investing in a trader, free. You only pay a percentage of your profit when you make a profit. Okay.
Crazy.
And every time you make a profit, there is a watermark approach. So your balance is considered higher. When you make money on top of that, then you pay another time. And it's automatically done. Everything is automatically done. Ledger shows proper accounting and everything. We are working on very nice dashboards as well. So in the next few weeks, you will see. But it's really simple. And we have a very amazing referral program. You invite your friends, you will earn back a lot from it as well. So
amazing.
This is like super simple.
Amazing. I have some friends using the platform already. I put some money in myself too, but I didn't start to execute because I had no time. But our good friend Andrew, Mr. Tasty, he is already making some crazy profits on the platform. He gave me FOMO. I was like, yo, bro, time for me to go in too. But
interestingly, I never, when Andrew actually came to me himself and he told me I've put in like 25K in your platform. I was so happy. Not only him, but Muro as well. He did that and Ad also did that. And, I was so surprised that these guys, they came in themselves and I was even more happier when they told me that it's coming through their communities. They found out about Zignaly from their own community. So I was very happy that way that, our user base is growing really fast and people are talking about it, like they are making that money. That's why they are talking about it.
Yeah. Amazing. Especially the fact that, just how I interpreted it is like you were like a hedge fund, but also for the smaller players, they can also come and invest in the hedge fund. So you have all these traders, but how do I ultimately there can be only one best trader. So what do I do with the other 18? Like what makes them different?
Yeah. So there are 2-3 factors here. Number one, obviously it's survival of the fittest. That's the reality. Number one. So obviously there is a huge fight going on, like not the fight in a bad way, but in a good way. Every trader trying to win. Okay. And they are trying to do their best because they know the parameters, right? Now, sometimes what happens a lot of time what happens is that people see that, okay, he's the best trader, but his risk metric is low in the sense that he's a low risk. He's risk averse. So they go for someone with slightly lower rating, but high risk because they're like, okay, not everyone has the same risk appetite. Someone comes in with this mindset, I have $1,000, I don't want to lose this $1,000. So I go with the safest and the best risk.
Exactly.
But some people come in, they're like, I have $10,000, 9,000 I have invested in some safe haven. 1,000 I can play with it. Okay, let's go with this guy. His rating is slightly lower. Risk appetite is higher, so that means he's volatile. So this 1,000 can become 10,000 as well. Let's go with that. So this mentality is also there. And also I think it's not a winners take it all market, because all these traders, they are now becoming smart and they are basically marketing themselves as well. So they are creating their own communities, their own social account, their Discord channels.
Through your platform?
Through our platform. Like they are telling people join our Telegram community, and then they are going out and marketing themselves. They're running their own Facebook ads, Twitter ads, telling people like there are actually traders who are in top 10. They have their own websites and they're directing people to our website.
Crazy.
So like we are very proud that way that Alhamdulillah, we have created a platform where other small traders are building their own businesses in a very relaxed environment. So this is the value that we are giving to them.
So these traders, what do they trade? Do they trade only crypto?
Only crypto right now. Only
crypto.
Binance. Right now, only Binance.
Only Binance.
Only Binance, and Bybit is under integration right now as we speak. But right now they're trading only Binance.
Okay. And is it going to stay only crypto, or are you guys going to expand through markets?
Yeah. So this is one of the interesting things that it's very relevant, and this will take me to answer your potential question about the blockchain. So if you want, I can answer now, or I can tell you more about.
Let's hop into it. Let's go.
Okay, so let's then talk about the blockchain, and in that I will answer your question that what's going to happen in the future. So it's not that because we thought that okay, market is good, take an opportunity and launch a blockchain. 2 years back, 2022, something happened with one of our funding rounds, and we were screwed. We were on the verge of shutdown, and our product was not as good as it is right now. But we were talking to one of the investors for a bailout. I still have that presentation, and hopefully at one point in time, we're going to publish that presentation. That presentation showed that we had a vision, even in the toughest of time, to capture the real essence of the business through blockchain. So when we talked to those, and interestingly, I was just sitting with those investors saved us basically. And interestingly, I was sitting with them yesterday, and they were so happy. They were like, "You actually did what you guys said you will do." So to start off with, I just wanted to say that making a blockchain is not an decision like that. There is a huge, huge background behind it. That why are we doing it? And I will try to explain it now. So understand this business, right? So what are we doing? We are saying that we want to open avenues for people to invest in a carefree environment. It's a knowledge-free environment where they do not have to know about trading. They don't have to even know about cryptocurrencies. They can just invest in a good performing.
They have to know about money and where you put it into.
That's it.
Yeah.
Eventually, it should be one deposit button, one withdrawal button.
Done.
That's it. Press deposit, invested. Press withdrawal, out. End of story. You should not even know that there is a blockchain or crypto behind it. That's the eventual vision.
So the blockchain you're talking about right now, that's the Zignaly blockchain, right? So you created your own blockchain.
We are creating our own blockchain, and I'll tell you why are we doing this.
Yes.
Our idea is that why should we limit the fund managers to Binance coins only? There are so many opportunities in cryptos out there, right? Farming, staking, lending, NFTs, RWAs, LSDs, what not. Okay, so why are we limiting this only? That means we need to open up our platform. And then why do you do it in a centralized way? You have to do it in a decentralized way. This is where Zignaly DeFi comes in. So we said it last year, we are creating a DeFi version of this Zignaly. Most likely it will come out in Q4 of this year. Okay, it's an amazingly technical product. We are all halfway there. Okay, it is going to be, I think, in my opinion, one of the most sophisticated product the whole crypto has ever seen.
Ooh.
Okay, the team that is working on it, this team has insane kind of background, like a combined exit wealth of $5 billion. They have worked on crazy products, and I can proudly say that this is going to be the most sophisticated product this market has ever seen.
Insane.
By far. By
Okay.
far. Okay. We discussed the idea of that product with one of the Binance executives. And the comment I got was that you guys are already 3 years ahead of where Binance want to be. So was a very huge compliment that we got. Now think
That's
about
insane.
that. That product is going to be DeFi. It's going to be decentralized. And it's going to attract hundreds and hundreds of millions of dollars because fund managers will have everything to play with. RWA narrative, real world asset narrative, is going to be super, super strong. Okay, what is happening in the RWA? The crypto people need to understand. Real estate, gold, stocks, all can be tokenized. Imagine there is a bear market, there is no way to make money, but there is a tokenized real estate that's making 12% yield in San Francisco.
Oh, that's crazy you're mentioning it. Guys,
Yeah.
we did the podcast with PropChain. Robin told about it. Like, if they outperform the crypto market, the token has to go up. So that's interesting.
Right,
Yeah.
and that these products are even better for bear market because there's a liquidity out there. People are just waiting on the sidelines.
wow.
Fund manager has no place to invest
That's
in
crazy.
the shitty market. Where would he go? By that time, the RWA tokenization would be a thing, and we are already, by the way, talking to a couple of huge platforms that are tokenizing real estate in the US in billions and billions. So we know that it's a matter of time. All the bond yields and sukuk yields, and they're all gonna come on chain, and there will be safe returns. Imagine fund manager having a capability to invest all on this. That means that then you are not limited to crypto only. The non-crypto people gonna come as well. So all this hundreds of millions and billions of dollars that gonna come into our Zignaly DeFi protocol. Then why do I have any? Why would I give it to someone else? Some other blockchain. Here comes Zigchain.
Crazy.
I need my own blockchain.
You came out of the blue with this. Like, nobody, like, I didn't expect Zignaly
Yeah.
to launch your own chain.
And I'll give you the answer for that.
And why
as
do
well.
you do it like tell us.
I'll tell you the answer for that, but let me finish the
Okay,
Zigchain part.
let's go.
first.
Let's go.
So what we are doing now with Zigchain, okay, it's very important to understand. If you say that the only product on my blockchain would be my own product, that's that's bullshit. Okay, you cannot have a thriving environment. So we are saying, okay, we're not gonna fight with the blockchain on the TPS and the gas fees and all. That's not the point. There are the Suis and Aptos and Solanas of the world. They can fight for it. Best of luck to them. Eventually, it will get commoditized. Everyone will have the best of the best. So we're not gonna go to the race to the zero. What we are doing is we went to the Cosmos. Many people would not even know Binance is created on Cosmos SDKs. Binance is created on Cosmos as well.
Crazy.
Okay, we are creating our blockchain on Cosmos. Cosmos is amazing. It provides you these modulars. You just build blockchain on it. Not going into too much detail, but point is creating a blockchain on Cosmos is much easier. Cosmos is Atom, by the way. Injective is also created on Cosmos. Kujira is also on Cosmos, and there are a couple of other blockchains. Now, what are we doing is that we are going to have our testnet, and then we are going to have a mainnet in a few months' time. We will be announcing timelines along the way. And what we are doing right now, we are already talking to more than a dozen products that they're gonna be launching on our blockchain. But then your question would be, why? You just focus on your Zignaly DeFi product. My answer is, I need to create awareness as a marketing strategy around my blockchain and have it like a top of the funnel where all the people who start coming to my blockchain for one reason or the other, and eventually I show them the grand product, which is Zignaly DeFi, as a module inside a blockchain. And this is where we will eventually capture the traffic. People will make money. Our blockchain will make 10 times more money than any other blockchain. Okay, and those who gonna stake, so we'll have a staking validator program coming up. So this is the first time I'm mentioning. So your audience is the first one that's hearing this out. We're gonna have an amazing staking validator program that's gonna come out, and people who are doing that, they will get amazing gas fees and blah blah blah. So the idea here is that we are using a blockchain as an amazing way to capture this TVL and then converting into the asset under management towards the Zignaly DeFi product that, as I said, will be the biggest revolutionary product this industry has ever seen. Inshallah.
Inshallah.
Now you understand why the blockchain is coming.
Yeah. And that's why, guys, normally you stake with the ideology of, okay, I'm going to make more money because I stake. Now, if you're going to stake your Zig, you're going to stake it with with the ideology which Abdul told right now, that these guys, they're going to let new platforms release on their own blockchain. They have the sickest DeFi platform coming up. Like, these are things to look forward to. They are going to generate revenue in the bear market. The market is also getting more mature. So these are all things that are going to help the platform and which can give you an incentive to stake it. So because you understand the platform, you will be a more like strong investor knowing what you're doing right now. Because Abdul, the problem I have right now, I mentioned it in the previous podcast too, is a lot of these people investing in crypto right now, they don't know where they're investing in. Oh, Stasher went into Zig. Okay, now I'm going into Zig. But if Zig dumps tomorrow, I'm not stressed about it because I know where I'm invested at, and I know it's not in my hands, but I know that the project, the team, everything is legit, and I won't be afraid. But most people, they will get afraid because they don't know what the fuck they're doing. So that's why I want them to like know where they're investing at.
I absolutely appreciate what you're doing. You're inviting the early stage businesses for founders to come in and talk about the product, so that. And again, I know that these detours of prices going here and there and all, like if Ethereum can come down from $1,600 to $80, if Bitcoin can come down from 20,000 to 3,000, then Solana can come from $260 to $8. Then every coin can go here and there.
True.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely, there is no doubt. Even like if you look at the history of Zcoin, we went from 2 cents to 20, and from 20 cents to half a cent. Not even a cent, half a cent. And now we are at what, 10 cent to 11 cent. Great, good for us. Right now, everyone is happy. Tomorrow, it can go anywhere, up, down, left, right. I, as a founder, or you as an investor or an influencer who are telling people about it, we cannot be fixated about the price all the time. And this is where the conviction play come in, But the platform like ours, I'm not saying go in and buy my coin. I will never do that ever. You might never find me doing that. I'll never do that. We have made a commitment to ourselves. But the point is that as an investor, people need to start seeing that where the real value is. Okay, who are the platforms that have ability to generate, cash flow? I've been a VC in some part of my life as well, where I invest in businesses. And one thing I used to see, not that they are generating revenue today, but do they have a revenue generating capability? Because that means that if they can create sustainable, growable, scalable revenue, that means that if the bad time comes, the business will have treasury to survive. In crypto, everyone has a chance to think like a VC, because you have an opportunity to actually buy a token thinking like that. Why did I like Binance? Why always I like an exchange structure? Because exchange is fundamentally making revenue. They are not dependent on something to happen. Good or bad market, they're going to make revenue. Plus, sometimes good revenue, sometimes bad revenue. But as an exchange, their model is that they will make revenue every single day, every single minute. Look for those businesses that make revenue. They have fundamentally ability to create revenue. If you do that, it doesn't matter if your token is down 90%. In the next cycle, it will be up 9,000%. So you should be okay. That's how I invest. If I start telling you about my conviction plays that I have done in previous cycle or the previous to previous cycle, it's a whole new story. Maybe we'll do another podcast.
Yeah, but the thing is, you do your research, and I know a lot of people don't in this market.
You have Zignaly for that. Come in and invest on Zignaly with the traders. Yeah. They do research for you. They invest for you. You put money in Zignaly as a product. That's where I have confidence. Yeah. You come in, you put money in Zignaly and traders, and don't think of these traders as overnight making rich scheme. Go and check couple of our traders who are there for 3 years and something. Their 2-year performance is 1,000%. 1,000% in 2 years. No matter how the market is, how many people do you think have made 1,000% in 2 years?
I can name any.
And in public ledger format. Like they know that public is seeing their performance. Obviously there are drawdowns. Sometimes they are down 20% or something like that. But they know they know their strategy. Over 2 years, 3 years, they've created 1,000%, 1,200% and all that. That's not easy. That's absolutely not easy. So, this is where Zignaly comes in and, I think this is where we add value.
Great. So, guys, I really hope you understand what Zignaly is and what it does. And for everyone who is in Zignaly, I hope that this will help you to clear state of mind because of this whole volatile market. To be honest, okay, I'm not gonna talk too much about price because maybe the CFO will get uncomfortable. But give us some pullback, man. Give us some pullback. So yeah, I just wanted to hop in one more thing before we go talk about the markets a little more and about crypto as a whole. I mentioned it before in the podcast. The marketing of Zignaly is like different, and the pace, like it's like you guys are so fast paced. Like you are really aware of the fact that this is a fast market and you need to communicate a lot. And it seems like Zignaly is always having ammunition to bring something new out. So, okay, we have like the Zig chain coming up. Like you already mentioned, they're launching some products on the Zignaly chain. And also we have staking coming up.
Come in,
yeah. So
we have NFT collection as well.
NFT collection, you know, the Stash Twitter profile picture. Also,
thank
Andrew
you for
has
that.
one. Bull BNB has one.
Yeah.
More people.
And Bessa has one.
Yeah, he has one too. Yeah, they're
and
amazing.
a few more,
Yeah. And you know, guys, when NFTs start to pop up, you never know. You can get the Stasher NFT for 100 ETH. No worries. But I don't think I'm gonna sell it. I love it too much. But yeah, so and something else which really is beautiful about Zig is you guys don't do an announcement about something which is coming. You do the announcement when it's done. And that's different. Like the whole marketing, can you tell me a little bit more about it? Why do you do it in that way?
So two parts of this thing, that why are we so active? And the second part is why do we do what we do?
Yeah.
So first part, Zignaly has an amazing team. We have a small team, but it's incredible how the people are. I think you guys, when you came to Token 2049 and some other people came in as well, I was so happy when the other projects were coming and asking for a specific individual that, okay, where is this guy? Where is this guy? And they were meeting they were so happy. And gave me immense pleasure because I was like, yes, we have created a culture. We have created a team. You know, I am so proud to say that my team, we are remote, right? We do not have a headquarter. Work remotely. We have people in Pakistan and Spain, Andorra, US, China, Canada, God knows where. But everyone comes together in tough times and in good times. And this is the best part, that everyone understands the industry and everyone tries to contribute. We have processes. Okay, if you want to do something, you do this and that. How are we always so equipped? This is a very basic marketing thing. Content calendar. Okay, we have a content calendar, we have partnership calendars, we have announcement calendars. We plan ahead. We plan 1 week ahead, 2 weeks ahead, 3 weeks ahead, 6 weeks ahead, 8 weeks ahead. Okay, we have plans in place and we try to execute. Obviously, there are a few things changing in between, and you tweak for that, but we have plans. It's not that we are panicking every day. Oh, what are we posting this morning? Nope. That is a set thing. This happens, this happens, this happens. Once a week, once in 2 weeks, we sit with the team. They give us a rundown. We make some tweaks. Off you go. This allows us time to strategize. If I'm into trenches every single day with the content team, when do I strategize? When do I do the new stuff like the NFTs?
True.
And few other things that people are going to see sometime this week and next week. There is some surprise coming up, by the way. It's always something, because see, this is a fucking fast industry. You need to tell people that you are there. Even for you, how many projects do you talk about? Well, you relatively talk about few projects. Still, there are 10 of them, right? Why should Zig be your favorite, and why should Zignaly be your and your community's favorite product? We need to make that sure of that. So that's why we are so active. And secondly, very good question, that why don't we do it like others, that, there's an announcement of the announcement.
Yeah,
we don't do that.
True.
Shit. We just throw it out, right? We have learned it over the period of time that, fortunately or unfortunately, this market's culture is very volatile. It's a bit childish as well, and people have the memory of goldfish. What happens is that when you start creating anticipation, things start getting built up. And one obvious thing that happens is the price. Price starts going up. Okay, natural. And then when you announce it, no matter what you announce, it dumps. No matter what you announce, it dumps. And then what happens is that you are not able to communicate more about what you have fucking launched, and you are talking about why my price is down. So we said, listen, we don't want this anticipatory price push and stuff anyways. That's not thing we want to control or something. Let's stay with the plan on what's going to happen. Sometimes we do throw in a teaser here or there, but like blockchain, no one in the fucking mind knew that there's a blockchain out there.
Yeah.
While the blockchain was 80% done. Imagine any other project, they would have thrown like teasers and I don't know what
6
else.
months before.
Correct.
Yeah.
We don't do that shit. Okay. What it allowed us, we announced the blockchain on 17th of April. Okay. Since then, we have been in like I'm talking to you right now. I just did another podcast. There was a group of VC investors who invited me yesterday. It's allowing us to speak about it and not speak about this, oh, your price went down. Because no matter what we do, it comes down to that. When we did not create any anticipation, people did not expect it. And when they do not expect it, now they are eager to learn about it. And this is the goal. This is how we do everything. We want people to learn and understand what are we saying, what are we doing. Once they do, then, whatever market does, but just to make sure that we are not just creating hype and we are actually delivering. That's the reason behind it.
Amazing. Yeah, guys, bro, I already know that people watching this podcast are going to have a really good feeling like with their investment, looking at their Zig. Maybe they want to buy more. But give us the pullback. Bro. Zig is not pulling back, guys. Like, I'm not going to talk with you about it, but Zig is not pulling back, guys. Okay, so I think we went through the most of Zignaly. So I'm also really eager to know how you look at the market right now and also how you look at Web3. Like, for me, this cycle is really interesting, Abdul. Like, we're some years ahead. Like, let's say the crypto started in 2008. We're in 2023 right now. Market exists for 15 years, but it's still a little bit of a childish market. So we also saw that, like, I did some on-chain investments. Some went really well, but some projects, like, after a while, you just look at them and you'll be like, okay.
Yeah.
I looked at the white paper. It looked good. You had a good market presentation. In the beginning, they were active. And then all of a sudden, you see the team slowing down, the project dying down. And then you realize, like, that's something I realized too with some less investments I made, is that, like, these guys are not here to build for a long term. They just see that the market has momentum. They launch their product. We go in, we think this has potential, like, because their marketing is insane. Like, they outperform other projects in terms of marketing, but not in product. And then when time goes by, you realize that, hey, this project ain't it. And they start dumping on their own investors. They start fucking their own investors just to make a quick buck. So we're 15 years ahead, like from 2008. It's still a little bit of a childish market. It's still like a wild, wild west. How do you look at the Web3 space?
So I don't look at it as 15 years. I think crypto market started really after 2016, 17.
Okay.
That's where the first proper influx came in. I mean, yes, let's say you started in 2017, but ask around how many people took crypto seriously before that. Not many. So I would say this market is like 7-8 years old. Okay, even if you say 15 years old, go and check with any other financial market what happened in their first 15 years. We are light years ahead. Light years ahead of where those markets were.
We're early.
So for example, gold ETFs, they came in 1970s. Go and check what happened for the first 15 years. Oil markets when they started, stock markets when they started. What happened in their first 15 years? So that was nothing. We are light years ahead of where they were after their first 15 years. Number one. Number two, this is the culture of this market and it's not going to change. I have made my conclusion on that the day this changes of this Wild West completely goes away, this market will become as boring as your Forex market.
Yeah.
Okay. And then you will have to use like 50x leverage to make fun out of it. But, then, the good days are gone. You are absolutely right that this thing that, especially on-chain projects come in, and recently we have seen some examples, happened a lot back in the day as well, 17, 18, 21, 22, happened a lot. But you need to understand, this is a chance game. Not every project going to do well. I am sitting on like 25 safts from 2017 that never came to market. Right now, 25 safts.
And not all are scams. Some just don't have the capabilities.
They were just not capable enough.
Yeah.
So it's not always a scam.
True.
Number one, you need to understand. Think of it like a VC, as I said. VCs, even the best one, Anderson Horowitz and Sequoia and all that. You know how their managers think? They have two kind of strategies. One strategy is like spray and pray. Like you just throw money out there and then you pray that it's going to do well. Spray and pray is a genuine strategy. I'm not kidding. And the second part is that, they have this mathematical model in their mind. Okay, we're going to do 10 investments. 7 going to get fucked. 2 will do okay. 1 investment will give me the return of the whole portfolio. And this I'm talking about the private equities and the VCs of the world. That's the way they think. Anderson Horowitz I'm talking about.
Guys, listen to what he is saying, because a lot of people also in my group, they can't handle it. Like I gave them 90 good calls.
Yeah.
Then
you want me to give
3 calls fuck us up, they bash me. Like, you're this, you're that.
And I'll tell you why. You want me to give an answer to this to
please.
People. 2 things people need to understand. Number 1, sizing. Number 1, risk and reward. These 2 are so important and people don't understand. What do I mean by that? Sizing. Okay. Let's say I am a cult follower of Stasher, which I am, by the way. So whenever he says something, I buy. I just buy. Cool. I can do that. Completely my choice. But how much do I buy? If I have deployed $100 that I'm deploying this $100, I'm going to buy what Stasher says. But how much? So fix the percentage first. So I buy, okay. He's going to tell a coin, I'm going to buy 10% of it, of my $100. That means that even if one of them does a 10x, which your coins, I've seen them doing it, my cost is out.
True. Yeah.
Number 2, even if 4 of them goes to 0, it doesn't fucking matter. Here's your answer.
Exactly.
This is how you do it. So this is how people should do it. And the second part, take partial profits whenever you can. Think about it yourself. Okay, I'll tell you my own strategy. And it doesn't matter which coin it is. Other than Bitcoin, Ethereum, BNB, and there is one more coin I don't talk about. Other than those 4 coins, every other coin, my strategy is that I put in money and I see 3x, I sell 20%. I see 6x, I sell 20% more. I see 10x, I sell 20% more. My capital and almost 200% is out. Rest goes into the cold wallet. Alas. This is a strategy I use. And everyone should have their own strategy. This is my strategy. I've been investing in this space for 10, 11 years. I think I've understood this much so far. I have to take profit. There were coins in 2014 that were in top 10 and you don't even know their names anymore. There was this nurse coin. Do you even know about that? Syscoin, SYS?
Syscoin, I know, yeah.
SYS was in top 20. SC coin was in top 20. Byte was in top 20. Steam was in top 30. Waves was in top 20. These coins are gone. Like, not that they were scammers, but there's a wave, there's a narrative of something. Decentralized storage was a thing of the past. Like, there was a thing. So every decentralized storage coin was popping up, But not anymore. Play the narrative, at least take the money out, like whenever you can. Not everyone gonna win, but if you're smart enough, when there's a lion coming to eat you, you don't want to beat that. You don't have to run, you don't have to win against the lion. You have to win against the person who is standing next to you. You have to run faster than him.
True.
Okay. And that's the reality of the financial market. You save your own capital.
That's a good one.
And, that's the reality. Yeah. No one going to wait for you just because, this influencer told me to buy this coin and my position is in the loss. So you do something.
Yeah.
Influencer, why don't you push it? I see a lot of time, very, very good influencers, since I'm old in the industry, so I talk to some of them in very personal capacity and they show me messages with empathy for the people. They're like, look at this. The token is down. They're messaging us. I have to pay college fees next month. Can you please pump this coin so I can get out?
Yeah,
Yeah. Bro, what the hell?
Yeah, they messaged me. Can you please make a tweet about this one? It has to make a pump.
It's and this is where I think the education part comes in, and we do it a lot at Zignaly, by the way. I used to run this podcast myself and stopped doing it, but this was a part of it. And we do community meetup, everyone, and I specifically talk 10 to 15 minutes about it. We have one tonight as well, by the way. So we talk about it 10 to 15 minutes, just the market. Learn this market, okay? Else you will not make money. If you are in it just for the fun, cool, make fun.
Learn, guys.
But learn this sizing, risk management. These are extremely important.
Abdul, in my
concepts.
course, I have like a free course on YouTube in Dutch. I say,
Okay.
look at market cap. Market cap is higher. You can put in some more with your own research and due diligence. If it's on-chain or low or micro cap, you put in less because the risk is higher.
Yeah.
These people, bro, I call a coin, they be like, 20, 30K in an on-chain.
Mindset is absolutely opposite. They're like, oh, it's a 1 million market cap.
They don't-
I'm gonna put 20K
Yeah.
because it will become 10 million and I'll exit.
Exactly.
This 100 million it will not go to a billion. Brother, this 100 million
It's nothing.
will go to 200 million. You will still double your money, but that 1 million coin might fail 5 out of 7 times.
True.
Risk management is extremely important.
True.
As long as people don't understand it, you or any other influencer, no matter how great work you do, people will.
It's getting difficult for me, Abdul. Right now, I'm getting too big, and I just see that people are just not doing their own research and due diligence. A lot of them do, but you will always hear the people who don't. Like those people will complain the hardest. So it's a blessing and a curse at the same time. But guys, that's why I'm telling you, it's not only me saying this. Like right now, you have a financial, like almost a professor who was already on millions when we were like babies, when I didn't even knew what Bitcoin was. So. You know, guys, just listen to the people who do understand. Okay, so to finalize the podcast, about the crypto space, like I don't want to talk much about prices. You don't have to give me any. But where do you think crypto is going to right now? What do you think is going to happen with all of these projects? Like in the future, I think the market will get more mature. So maybe we'll see more stability, but less gains. And also for this cycle, can you give a little bit of an insight of your prediction for what's going to happen?
Yeah, so as long as you don't ask me for the ZIC price.
No. I don't care about the ZIC price.
I can tell you
I'll tell you guys on Twitter. No worries.
I haven't told him, so he can make his own assumption.
Yeah, it's my own.
Okay. So, but I'll tell you. So, in my opinion, this cycle is going to be the biggest cycle, but this is going to be the last hugely volatile cycle. After that, I think the suits are coming in, the Wall Street is coming in, and I think there'll be more stability, more liquidity, but less of fun after that. So, make good money here. To be very honest, I think. I'm seeing the top of Bitcoin anything between $300,000 to $400,000 this cycle, and I see Ethereum around $15,000. I don't think anything less than that I will be disappointed. To be very honest, I think that if you look at the global markets, stock markets and all, they have all made their previous highs, like they have broken their previous highs few months back.
True.
Bitcoin is still lingering around that old high and mostly underneath it. So we have not seen that flux yet. Retail that way has not come. And we need to understand the power of ETF, especially when the Asia starts coming and when there is a more and more flux, Ethereum ETF and everything. And this is why we are, very bullish on overall volumes and TVL and everything, when we are talking, and a lot of founders that we are talking to, we are telling them, okay, you need to come and build on blockchain, because when they are going to launch their own dApps on blockchain, they will have their own tokens and their own things on Zigchain. There is a very bullish sentiment out there, because founders are yet to build for this cycle. Okay. So, and when I look at the liquidity, how things are flowing in, how the global macro is shaping up, that flow of money is yet to come. And once it starts happening, 4-5x on Bitcoin from here, I won't rule it out. So yeah.
But you will take profits even if it goes 20%.
You mean 20% down?
Up.
On Bitcoin, I don't take profits. Bitcoin is...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, where I come from, Bitcoin is no way.
But just to be sure, people have to take profits. Guys, take profits.
In trading, I take profit whenever I trade.
Yeah.
Obviously, for a very long time, honestly, I don't get much time these days, but I put money in Zignaly traders. I'm very happy with that. I've even shared a lot of time on my tweets. I've shared my PNL on Zignaly, and alhamdulillah, it's great. These guys are making a lot of money. So, why do I waste my own time, to be very honest?
Yeah.
If I don't use my product, why would anyone else use my product?
True.
I use my product. True. I don't trade anymore.
Guys, go to Abdul, Rafa, his Twitter. We will put it into the podcast. Go check out his Twitter. He shows his own profits with the Zignaly platform. It's crazy how much money he's making with his own platform. It's amazing to see. So you know that he puts his money where his mouth is.
That's very important.
So yeah, that's really important. And also, bro, I also think that a lot of people are too short-sighted when it comes to crypto. Like they think, oh yeah, this is the last cycle. A lot of people are saying this is the last cycle, guys. It isn't the last cycle.
This is not the last.
This is the cycle where you can go from a little to a lot. But let's say if we play this cycle, right? Like let's say you make 100K, 2, 3, 4, 5, 600K, maybe you make an 80K. If you have money, you can make more money. So even if we go in the next cycle, we only make times 10 instead of a times 40, 60, a times 10. If you have like a 120K, it's 1.2 million. So you have to make sure that you make the money right now. You're going to survive the next bear market. We're all going to buy Zignaly at the fucking bottom again in the next time. But bro, I am going to sell. When we go up, I'm going to sell some Zignaly. And he even told me, sell. Like, when it goes up, you have to take profit. But guys, think about the long term. So I have some projects also with PropChain. What for me is really important right now, Abdul, Rafa, is the sustainability in the long run.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm not... Guys, this bear cycle, I don't care. There are some bags I have. I already posted it in my FIP group today. I made like a little small selection of projects where I think they're gonna run the coming years, even though if there would come a bear market. Like with the staking project. I don't think I'm dirty of like staking a bag for a couple of years and don't give a fuck about the price. Just to know that this can be my exit strategy between now and 10 years. Because just like you said, like Zignaly between now and 10 years, bro, the valuation can be on such a sick price. And I don't want to hit myself in the head and be like, oh, fuck, I sold it like 10 years ago for this miserable amount. And if I just held this little bit of a bag, then I could have made like millions and millions. So guys, always think long term. One more last question. Abdul, you're the guy of finance. I already told to my followers, like when I sat with you, I didn't speak. I only listen. Like I'm not the smartest guy in the room. What do you like advise for someone who is right now sitting at the gutters, feeling bad, feeling depressed? He has maybe $1,000 or $2,000. Let's say he's in crypto right now. He invested in 2-3 projects last month. Market went down. What would you advise to someone like that? How can they like make sure that they go up in the coming months?
So there are two types of people. One who are doing some other full-time job and they have done this and they are depressed. To them, I would say, okay, if they've invested in good project, just wait it out. But if they are someone like students, young people, I would say invest $500 in your own learning. Go and learn blockchain first. Start seeing how to read on-chain data. Start seeing the trends. Start seeing that, okay, if a project is launching, do you even know the basics? Okay, if you really want to get into the game of the investment, okay, another option is obviously you don't know how to invest, you put money in a product like Zignaly where whatever happens, happens, right? You will make money eventually. But if you really want to learn and you want to make money yourself, learn first. Read books. There is a technical analysis book. It's called Technical Analysis of Financial Markets by John F. Murphy. I read it twice back in 2012 when I was doing my CFA, okay, during that time. And that changed my life, my trading life completely. I can send you a PDF you can share with your community as well. He
said it to me. You're going to read it twice. It's going to be hard, but you're going to read it twice.
It's a 600-page book. Read it twice. It's going to be hard, but read it. There's so much stuff on YouTube. Look at that. Learn that how are people understanding. Find your niche. For example, I know someone, there's a lady that I know and housewife with 2 kids, and she started getting into the NFTs. She made more than a couple of $1 million with zero investment. Can you imagine?
Crazy.
In last 3 years. Zero investment, literally. Just with a laptop and internet, just by digging deep. No connections, not even doxed, no project, not a founder, just by learning the right things, with how NFTs work. She's deep into the NFT market. She loves it. And I got a pleasure to talk to her once and I found out that the journey. What I'm trying to say is that if you're young and if you're hungry and if you want to learn more, find your niche where you find interest. Just not, stop thinking about making $1 million of your $1,000. That's not going to happen overnight. That might never happen. But if you use that $1,000 or $2,000 to equip yourself with the right knowledge, get into the right communities, read and pick your niche, you will most likely make $1 million even without putting that $1,000. That's the message I would like to give.
Beautiful. Beautiful, guys. Put in the research, try to understand the context within the market. And I also really, for myself, like when a project just doesn't do what I thought it would do, I can always tell myself like, okay, I did my research. I know why I went in. I didn't just blindly went in.
Yeah.
It didn't do what she was supposed to do, but I know that I did my research and due diligence. But if you don't, you just blindly follow me or some other influencer, you will never take responsibility yourself. And then you will point at someone else and you will feel even more miserable. Yeah. So that's the strength within. Brother, I think we went through all the points. I would like to thank you for being here to inform our followers. Podcast will be online soon. Guys, what's your Twitter, Abdul? It's Abdul Rafa?
It's A Rafa, get it. A Rafa, get it.
Oh, yeah.
G-A-D-I-T.
I will put it into the podcast, guys. Make sure you follow Abdul. Make sure you follow Zignaly. Make sure you follow Stasher. If you like this video, give us a thumbs up. And I'll catch you at the next one. Brother,
thank you
so much.
Thank
Appreciate you.
Thank you, everyone.
Ciao.